I learned yesterday that the guitar is not completely tuned in fourths. That's right. So on the electric bass, it's like E, A, D, G. And that's the same, those are the same strings as the double bass, which is also tuned in fourths. Mostly tuned in fourths. I just recently learned that some people are tuning their double bass in fifths. And then there's the whole topic of solo strings, which are at different notes, but also in fourths. Unless people are doing those in fifths too, I don't know. But yeah, like in the violin family, the double bass is different because it's in fourths, just like the electric bass. And the other instruments are tuned in fifths. So the cello, for example, is C, G, D, A. But anyway, back to the guitar. This is an electric bass guitar, and so an electric guitar has two more strings in the top, obviously. But I was just assuming in my mind that since the bottom four strings are tuned in fourths, that the next two strings after the G, would be C and F. So then it would be tuned in fourths, like I was just assuming that. But I looked it up, and did you know that the guitar is tuned like the electric bass guitar, but then the top two strings are B and an E. And this has just completely blown my mind because that means, that there's a third in there between the G between the G and the B. So that means when you're playing guitar, you have to be smart enough to know that things aren't the same everywhere. And what I mean by that is like, on the bass or electric bass, like if I put my two fingers down across the strings, that's always going to be a fourth, right? And this is always going to be a third. And this is always going to be a fifth. And, the same thing on the lower strings as the upper strings, and everything's super easy. But, wow, the guitar, the fact that there's a third in there instead of all fours, so totally blown my mind. So if you play the guitar or the electric guitar and you're coping with that and it's cool for you, drop me a comment and let me know how that is, because I'm just amazed.